Okay, let's unpack this. If you're anywhere near the tech world, you know cybersecurity is, well, it's constantly evolving, right? Feels like a new threat pops up every day, but thankfully so do new ways to counter them. Today we're doing a deep dive into something really groundbreaking in privileged access management PAM solutions. It's called just-in-time access, JIT for short. And honestly, it's one of the coolest, most transformative features I've seen in this space. Our mission. Let's pull out the key reasons why JIT is such a big deal.
Yeah, it's fascinating because, PAM solutions are always adding features, always getting better. But JIT access, it really stands out. It fundamentally changes how we handle privileged access. Instead of someone having admin rights all the time, JIT grants those rights only when they're actually needed. And crucially, just for a very short, specific time. It's a total flip from always on to on demand and temporary.
Right. And here's where it gets really interesting for security. The biggest win, I think, is how drastically it cuts down the attack surface. Think about it like leaving a powerful master key just lying around versus only materializing it for the exact moment you need to unlock one specific door.
Exactly.
With JIT, those powerful digital keys, the admin accounts, they basically appear, do the job, and poof, they vanish. So attackers have way less opportunity. The accounts often don't even exist for them to find most of the time.
Precisely. And that directly leads to much stronger security overall.
Yeah.
Each access grant is temporary, is tied to a specific context or task, and the permissions, they're automatically revoked after a set time. Automatically.
Okay.
So it's not just preventing someone from misusing access for weeks. It shrinks that window of opportunity right down. And if you connect that to the bigger security picture, well, it lines up perfectly with the principle of least privilege.
Ah, yeah, least privilege.
Giving only the necessary access, only when needed. Not a bit more, not a second longer.
And it's not just about, tightening the screws security-wise. It also seems like a huge win for operational efficiency, for the IT teams. I mean, managing all those standing privileges, the approvals, the audits, that must have been a nightmare.
Oh, it could be. Very manual, very time-consuming.
Right. But JIT kind of automates that whole cycle, the granting, the taking away.
Exactly. It automates granting and revocation, which frees up IT admins.
Makes sense. They can focus on other things instead of just managing access requests constantly. It makes it simpler to ensure only the right people have access at the right times.
Absolutely. It's much more agile. And building on that, think about compliance and auditing.
Ah, yeah, the paperwork side.
Well, maybe less paperwork now. Regulations often demand really strict tracking. Who accessed sensitive systems when, what did they do? JIT provides that automatically. You get a really clear, undeniable audit trail for every single privilege session.
Okay, so that helps satisfy auditors and meet those compliance requirements.
Definitely. A non-negotiable for many industries.
That sounds incredibly buttoned down, which is great for security, but sometimes really strict security can, frustrate users. Does JIT make things more difficult for the person actually needing the access?
That's a really important question. And it's kind of counterintuitive, but no, JIT is designed to balance security with usability. Despite being very secure, it often makes things easier for the user.
Really? How so?
Well, instead of some long, drawn-out manual request process, users can typically request elevated access quickly, often through a simple self-service portal for a specific task. The system handles the approval workflows, the time limits, the revocation, so the user gets what they need efficiently without jumping through hoops. Less friction.
Okay, so convenience isn't sacrificed. That's key. They can get their job done faster, maybe?
Potentially, yeah. It removes unnecessary delays while keeping things secure in the background.
So wrapping this up then, what does this all mean for you listening? It seems JIT Access is a really strong example of how modern cybersecurity, specifically PAM, is getting smarter. It's finding that sweet spot, balancing really robust security with the practical needs of day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
Effectiveness and flexibility.
It is. It really embodies that philosophy of just enough, just in time. It may be a final thought to leave you with. Consider that core idea. Just enough, just in time. How could you apply that concept, that principle elsewhere? Maybe not just in cybersecurity, but in other parts of your work or even your life. Think about managing information, resources, maybe even your own time. Where could granting access or resources only when needed actually improve things? Something to chew on.